switch? Kill switch?
Yeah, pull the choke out.
Well, good early morning, everybody. We're back from the International Firewood Expo. The sun's not up yet, but Grandp is. So, time to get back to our normal routine. It's 6:15 and he's been here for a while. I heard him. We didn't get home last night until 11:30 p.m. There's our trailer load full of goodies that need to be unloaded today. But before we do that, let's go stack some wood. that chattering saw means those rakers are just a little bit low. Let's go take a closer look at that thing cutting. So sweatshirt's gone, the sweat stain's back. We had over half a load here this morning. Gramps bound and determined to finish it because it's going to rain the rest of the week, so let's get it finished. Kill switch.
Yeah, pull the choke out.
So just like I expected, I came back, we got a good sweat stain on the hat, and Gramp knew it was gonna rain, so gotta finish everything today. Why not, right? But I'll show you what he cut while I was gone. He basically cut 2.5 loads, and I'll show you in just a second. Let me spin you around here. So this is one load, and there's another load and a half up there. We had a partial load come in. They needed to clean up a job, so we took it. And that's what the front section is. This front section is all 14-inch wood for a custom order again. And then the back is 16. And that's where the pile was sitting. It's empty now. We got a lot of short ends and everything to clean up. But let's go take a look at the trailer, and I'll show you what we got on the trailer. So Gramp has inspired a lot of people. And not just people, but equipment manufacturers as well. And Cord King has watched Gramp buck enough firewood that they said his back's gotta hurt. So they made what they're calling the Cord King Enduro Block Cutter. And we'll go take a look at that in just a second. Quick look, and then we'll put it to work in a video later on. So here's the Cord King Enduro Block Cutter. $18,500 for this machine. And it has a winch. You can see the hook hanging. It pulls a log into the machine, and you can index it whatever length you want with hydraulics. cut it with the bar saw that's in here. It's got a processor bar on it, 24-inch max diameter, and run levers to block firewood. Now this PTO lever is for an outfeed conveyor. You can put an outfeed conveyor either inclined or straight to carry the blocks away, either to a splitter or to a pile. So this can replace a couple of guys with chainsaws going through and doing it that way. But we're gonna take and put this through its paces. This is the jaw that is on a hydraulic cylinder. It grabs the log and it will hold it while you cut it. And there's another clamp up here that holds the log so that this jaw can slide backwards and index the log again. But if you're in the market and you want to save your back, right there, Cord King, Perth, Ontario, you won't be disappointed. Dave's doing a really nice job up there, and I think this machine's going to be no exception to that rule. But let's take a look at what else we got. So we now have an 8-way wedge for our machine, and I tried it at the show, and man oh man is that going to be really nice for big firewood. And then you've seen it on Hard Work and Man's channel. They've got a log table that they put by their splitter and feed with a tractor. We now have a color match log table to go beside our splitter and load with our tractor that's coming. So now that Grandpa's gone and I'm hot and sweaty, I gotta wait for Dave. We're gonna get this stuff all unloaded. And then I'll get the truck unloaded, and then we'll go bring the trailer back. But we're gonna put all this stuff to work soon. Probably some of it today even, maybe. But in the meantime, I gotta go put a video together. So remember guys, sweat stain and all, a little bit every day goes a long way. I cannot tell you how grateful and how appreciative I am for all of the support and for all of the well wishes and for all of the subscribers. We broke 5,000 subscribers on our way to the International Firewood Expo. Met some really great people along the way. We've got a lot of new stickers to put up on our blade, and we're gonna get back to our regular program. As much as I love going to the shows and doing all that, I missed my routine. It was really nice to hear that saw start this morning, come out, work with Gramp, and just do what I love. Don't get me wrong, I love selling equipment too, but I like firewood. I love firewood. Firewood is what I know, it's what I do, and that's what makes it fun. So help someone if you can, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.